Hello. The following example will help you understand how to solve a cubic equation that is in the form of a sum or difference of two cubes. The example is solve x cubed plus 8 equals 0 using factoring and the quadratic formula. X cubed plus 8 is in the form of a sum of two cubes because this is in the form of x cubed plus 2 cubed, and that's equal to 0. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the following formula: a cubed plus b cubed. Well, its factorization is a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. The plus, minus, and plus, a lot of people tend to get confused. Here's what I use. I use SOAP. S stands for same. So this first sign is the same sign of whatever you have here. The second sign is the opposite sign of that. And this last sign is always positive. That's what the AP stands for, always positive. So same, opposite, always positive. Now look here. A plus B is simply a cubed plus b cubed, missing the cubes. In other words, drop the cubes and you have your first factor. The second factor, well, you square the first term, then this last term is always the square of the last term there. But there is a middle term. Multiply these two together and change the sign. So a times b is ab, but the opposite sign is negative ab. This is what I'm going to do over here. This will give me, since I just dropped the cubes, x plus 2 times square the first term, square the last term, positive 4, multiply these two together, that gives me 2x, but change the sign, is negative 2x, equals 0. Check it real quick. Same sign, opposite sign, always positive. Now I need to use the zero factor property. So x plus 2 equals 0, or x squared minus 2x plus 4 is equal to 0. So subtract 2 from both sides, that gives me x equals negative 2. And here I have to use the quadratic formula because this is guaranteed not to factor. Whenever I use the quadratic formula, I get a is 1, b is negative 2, c is 4. That means b squared minus 4ac is equal to negative 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times 4. So that's 4 minus 16, which is negative 12. So using the quadratic formula, I get x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So opposite of b is positive 2 plus or minus the square root of negative 12, all divided by 2 times 1, which is 2. Simplifying gives me 2 plus or minus the square root of 12 is the square root of 4 times 3, so that's 2 square root of 3, but I have a negative in there, so I need an I right there, all divided by 2. 2, 2, and 2 all have a common factor of 2, so whenever I divide everything by 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1, 2 divided by 2 is 1, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So that leaves me with 1 plus or minus I square root of 3. Now I have 3 solutions. So x equals negative 2 and 1 plus or minus I square root of 3.